Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga. Who remembers that? Where are my homies at? How dare I take out the trash chase? I mean, I can't let it pile up in here, you know. It's trash day tomorrow. Oh, anyway, how are you all tonight? Welcome, people, welcome. Just had a thin crust pizza in a good mood. Okay, that sounds tasty. How are you all tonight? Hey, Romus, Calvin. Hey, Universin. Hey, Flint, Fill-in Security. Hey, Aegeans. Howdy, everybody else. Okay, so let's see here. Last time we made this gold processing apple production facility of some kind. It isn't the greatest, but you know, it gets the job done. Oh, I have 2 copies of my shulkers, don't I? I hate it when I inadvertently generate 2 copies of something. It bothers me for some reason. I can't have more than 1 copy of something in my inventory while I'm in creative. It's just strange. Okay, so let's start with the eye wash station. Right here will do. Now, what will this upper level be? Well, anybody have any ideas? I actually don't at the moment. I've got, like, lore-wise, I don't think there's anything super pressing going on here. It's more of a, what's something that you might be interested in seeing? Oh, whoops. Chisel. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Hey, baby. Hey, Lily. Place. Jake, can I download your place, my world? It's not out yet. There is a version of it on the archive. Several versions, in fact. And you're welcome to download that somehow if you know how. If you know how to get a hold of saves on the archive, then, you know, more power to you. But as for passing out the world download here, I'm not doing that. You all can wait for the actual place to be done. But we'll do that when we get to that, you know? Notch Apple experience? Or experiment. Oh, yeah. So the Notch Apple experiment. Yeah. You may have missed that, Romas. So, this level here, this lab, is dedicated to... Oh, and I should have... I almost forgot something. Damn it. One last tiny bit of detailing. Let me... I think we're done with the signs. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so the point of this bottom area, or this third lab area, let me get some books and quills, etc., just to make it look more appropriately lived in. So what's going on in this layer here is that this over here is the original artifact Notch Apple, you know, an enchanted golden apple. This was found when because this area, this whole station, there used to be, and this isn't something any of y'all would have any way to know, there used to be, I believe, right here, somewhere in this area, like right in here, there was an end city here, and Alpha found it and raided it way back when, and found there was a Notch Apple in here. And I didn't think too much of that, because we had, like, literally stacks upon stacks of Notch Apples. And it was just whatever. But then I got the idea of, you know, making a means of, you know, researching how these things are made. Because Notch Apples are, of course, uncraftable now. Back in the day, you used to be able to make them, but nowadays you can't. And so this particular lab is dedicated to sort of figuring out the how and the why of what a Notch Apple even is, because in this area, they don't even know what that is. They can't really, like, adequately explain who made it or how. And so it's a mystery, you know. There's a scientific need to be able to get as many Notch Apples as possible, and the how, who, how, what, why, you know, all that. This is the Notch Apple here. I'm trying to make this look like this is a busy place. So this particular Notch Apple is what you would call a art. No, oopart. Yeah, an oopart. So an oopart is a very interesting classification that most people don't really think about or talk about all that much. But the oopart classification, it's a oopart is an acronym. It stands for out of place artifact. The Notch Apple here was found in the chests of the End City that used to occupy this space before it was all bulldozed and made into Space Valk 3. And it makes no sense. There's no way of producing apples in the area. There's no way to get the gold in the area. Those two elements are completely foreign to the End. Nobody even knows how this thing was made, let alone when. And it doesn't rot. So it's been sitting in a chest for who knows how many centuries / millennia. And it's a giant mystery. Its properties are incredibly powerful. It's very magical. And so the idea is, well, how the fuck did this thing come to exist? Who made it? And when? And so... Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. There was a little thing in there, and it got broken, I think. Anyway, and so it's very sort of, like, strange. It's not something that makes any sense to any of the involved parties. And so there's a little research area here on Space Valk 3. Oh, damn it, that does break it. Shit, I should have known that would happen. Oh well. You know what? I'm just gonna do the old invisible armor stand. The old standby, that old chestnut. But anyway, so there's no real reason for this to exist other than that it just somehow exists. And so this particular lab is dedicated to figuring out the mystery and hopefully a means of producing... Oh, that's not close enough. Damn it. Okay. A means of mass producing these enchanted golden apples, because it's an enchanted golden apple. If you could make many of them, you would, wouldn't you? Like, of course. Okay, let's move over just a little bit more. I want its hand to be inside the beam. So yeah, an object or an artifact like this that just happens to be in an odd place that makes no sense to anyone. Good enough. And is in no way replicatable. It's priceless. It's precious. It's extremely powerful. Like, this golden apple, you know, it doesn't make any sense to anyone. And so it's kept safely in this containment area here. And so the researchers here are all trying to hopefully brute force a method to mass produce golden apples, enchanted golden apples. And so far their research has yielded the crapple, but not the gapple. And that's the problem. So this is, of course, a machine to infuse experience. You know, it's enchanted and all that. Looks really cool. It's just like flavor, you know. Pop Bob Gaming, a little bit. We be Pop Bob Gaming. Anyway, and so they're all discussing, you know, how, why, who, what, where. They've got this giant pressure cooker to try to, you know, cook together the apples with the gold. Maybe that'll somehow do it. And yeah, nobody can really figure out what this thing even is. Not really. Like, you can tell what it is at a glance, but like, the mystery goes deeper. It's more than just the surface level analysis of, oh, well, it's a golden apple. But yeah, so it's stuff like that. And so the basic idea is this lab is dedicated to making that make sense. Because there's no reasonable means of just making a golden apple. And if you know, remember way back in the day, you used to be able to craft them. You can't anymore. So this is sort of like making hints and reference to, yeah, you used to be able to make these way back when, but you can't anymore. So get wrecked. That kind of thing. And yeah, that's really the only thing about this. But I think it's a fun little I don't know, it's not really like a parody. It's just making reference to the fact that these are uncraftable. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like a decent enough little bookshelf. Cool. So yes, all Space Valks or notch apples is overkill. Well, it's not all of Space Valk. It's just this one tiny little research lab trying to bankroll a way to make more golden apples. But the rest of the city is just another part of it. Like, for example, if you have a city and there happens to be a pharmacy, or not a pharmacy, a pharmaceutical company located in that city and they do research, is the rest of the city dedicated to the same stuff that one pharmaceutical company is? Like, of course not. You've got multiple other ventures and other things there that are all trying to do different things. So like this lab, this room here, isn't going to be researching the same stuff as like this one. So this is doing golden apple research. This is trying to research amethyst and this crystal cluster stuff. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go ahead and make some sort of a decorative, almost like an asteroid of sorts. Like, yeah, that's what I should do, is make sphere, whoops, sphere budding, I think it's what, yeah, budding amethyst, there we go. Let's make it only 15 blocks. There we go. And then game rule, do, no, it would be random tick speed. That's it. Make it 1,000. I might sculpt this to be, oh, when you're in spectator, it doesn't, time doesn't pass. Ooh. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Okay, and that's enough. Okay, yeah, I like that. Actually, I think I might want to do like 2 or 3 sort of side-by-side variants. So I'm going to use the brush tool. I haven't used the brush in ages. Sphere, budding amethyst. We'll make it 5. And so this is some sort of weird asteroid-looking thing. Actually, I think I might mix it in with like dripstone or mud or something, just to sort of make it seem like an asteroid, or maybe a gigantic space geode, something like that. Actually, maybe, yeah, maybe that would be good. We'll make our own geode here. And so this is a weird sort of anomaly, because geodes only form under incredible pressure and heat, which could only be present inside a planet. Well, this is a geode in space. Where the hell is the planet? Where's the place that made this? This didn't just form organically out in the depths of space. It doesn't work that way. So there is an oddity of this geode. This amethyst from this geode is not normal. It's amethyst on the surface, but it does other things. Has other properties. And so there's a lab inside that building that also is dedicated to studying this amethyst and figuring out the how and why of this oddity. Space Valk 3 has oddities everywhere. Don't forget to replace the budding amethyst with normal when you're done, or else they'll keep growing. I don't think that's really going to matter, because nobody's going to be in these chunks too long. And also, that's kind of part of it. Because if you think about it, you know, how and why would the amethyst keep growing? It's almost like a living creature. It reproduces. It doesn't just exist as a crystal. It's its own thing. Here we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, and then let's do 3, and then we'll do, what's a good rocky looking block? Granite. Why not? Yeah. Granite looks ugly as sin, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. And then I'll smooth that out with some other stuff. Jack, do I remember your Apple Cat? Oh my god, Apple Cat, welcome back. Although now you're Mango. I don't know. Hey, where have you been, Apple Cat? You been okay? Welcome back. I'm glad to see people I actually recognize pop back in every now and then. Glad to see you, man. Why must you people change your usernames and expect people to know who you are when the only thing they know is you by your username? Yeah, I don't know why people change their names, but I also don't have any power over that. I can't make you not change your username, so like, whatever. Just so long as you give me something to go on. And you've reasonably stuck around to make me remember you. Because, like, there was that one dude from the other night who was like, but I donated money to you. Why don't you remember me? Well, if you've only shown up 2 or 3 times, How do you expect me to remember you? Like, yeah, you may have donated money, and that's great, and I'm very happy, but at the same time, I can't remember everything under the sun. So I don't know. Whatever. Raw iron. Ooh, that's an excellent one. Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to do a raw iron granite combo. Thank you, Universe, and that's a great idea. Cobblestone? No, cobblestone is too... It's not exotic. Cobblestone is very mundane, very... not good enough, you know? It is an insufficient block for conveying the odd nature of what this thing is, because a geode would form... First of all, geodes take thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years to be created. So, already, it doesn't make any sense for something as mundane as cobblestone to be mixed in. It would need to be an igneous rock. Ooh, I like that. You got little specks of amethyst poking out of the rock in places, accidentally. Stuff like that. You lost your count. Oh, that's okay. I understand. See, that's beyond your control. I understand. That's just life. You just, you know, live and learn. That kind of thing. Select the whole thing and do replace amethyst 50-50. We'll do that later. I'm trying to sculpt the geode universe. I need it to look a certain way before I start replacing it. And also, I'm going to have to cut a hole through this to sort of act as, as an actual geode, because actual geodes are sort of cracked open sometimes. Depends. You will change again? Oh, that's okay, Mango. You don't have to. Or Apple Cat, or whatever you want me to call you. That's fine. Let me make sure I'm catching up. It's a fun reference. Well, good. Dupe station in the lab? Maybe. Maybe. Space Valk 3 with lore. Yes, I love having some bit of lore. Carbonate it? Maybe. What's another really interesting thing that could be? A quarantine sector? Ooh, that's really good, Copperator. The upper level could be people studying a crashed alien ship. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe on a separate level of lab, there's an outfit dedicated to figuring out what Purpur is and who made the end city in the first place. Even though Purpur is a somewhat understood, you know, thing, it's not like that strange. Mix in some ancient debris with raw iron copper ore. Ooh, I like that, Dark. You think good, Dark. I like you. That's why you're a mod. Red netherwort? No, I want stones. You know, I gotta have the stones. Where's the stones? And so, yeah, granite with raw iron, raw copper, and I guess ancient debris is fine. That isn't a bad idea, in all honesty. It really isn't. But anyway. Hey, Apple Cat, you're back. Okay, yeah, I like the number of T's you put in your name. What about a drilling rig over the asteroid? We could put some sort of, you know, setup. Or some sort of, techie-looking thing. To sort of indicate, oh yeah, there's a presence here. You know, they're definitely actively mining the place. This isn't just a small asteroid / geode. Okay, I'm going to leave bits that are poking out in places. Not too much, but some of it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like this. And then we can do a real random large assortment of things later. Pretty sure I'm mod because I'm active and there's no Bunny or Jean not here. Yeah. Something like that, Mike. That does sound very familiar. You know, you can't help not being here sometimes, I understand. I'm not like one of those people who demands you be everywhere at once or do whatever I say and so on and so forth. I have reasonability. Okay. Let's do spheres of 2, just to sort of pad out and make the patterning, actually 1. Make the patterns less blobular and more like random rocks. In 4 minutes, you're going to bed. That's okay, Apple. You take care, Apple Cat. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Meatballs. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit meatball-y, but that's okay. We can sort of collage over that. It won't be so meatball-y when it's done. And then 0 would get me a 1x1 block, I believe. 1x1x1. I love the brush tool, though. It's so cool. This blew me away when I first discovered World Edit way back in, what was it, late 2011-ish? I was like, back then it was called Single Player Cheats or something to that effect. And it had everything under the sun. It could do anything I could ever want. And I was like, this tool is obtuse as fuck, which is why I never stuck with it. Not until 2018-ish when I really started to figure out how to make it work. But until then, I was like, wow, you know, if this were a more streamlined, user-friendly tool, this would actually be pretty cool, because you could sculpt the world and make stuff on a scale that I'd never put my mind to. Like, it blew creative mode out of the water in terms of how much manipulation it gave you access to. And for the longest time when creative mode came out, I was like, creative mode, like nothing will ever top that. Ha. Oh, ye fools who know nothing. There we go. Oh, that only shoots out. Yeah. Yeah, it can only convert a block that already exists. It can't build on top of it. Aha! Yeah, 1.5, that does it. That'll give it a bit more definition. Happy to remember you. Yes, I try to remember people. I really do. It's not, like, it's beyond my control sometimes that if you're not active or you know, life got in the way and you couldn't come and I've just gotten distracted or busy with other things and I don't remember you. Or maybe not necessarily right away. You know, try to jog my memory. Try to bring up ideas and thoughts. I might actually... That might be enough. But it's not always going to be, and that's life. I'm only human. That's okay. You can't always be able to do everything. You gotta go to bed. That's okay. Jack does not remember you, hardly knows your name. I'm the kid that was here. Okay, that's nice. That's nice, Mike. Uh-huh. I'm sure you were. Okay. Now, brush smooth. We shall smooth everything. Make it a little less jaggy in places. Not too smooth. I do want it to be a bit rough. But, like, not crazy. Oh god, I hope I never hit. No block inside, okay. It used to be that it would, like, adhere things. Yeah, it would adhere stuff to the void way back in the day. I guess it doesn't work like that anymore. Good. Am I going to mine the asteroid? I'm going to break a hole through it and make it look like it's a mine. Here we go. I bought your shirt. That does that mean nothing? Or how dare you ban you from the Discord or something? Oh, whatever. Whatever, Mike. I'm not playing into your RP fest. Your RP mess. What about granite, raw iron, raw copper, terracotta, and different colored blocks like black or gray terracotta? Black terracotta is maybe on the table, but I'm more of the raw iron and raw copper. I like those better. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's good as is. No reason to go too far overboard. Okay. Position uno. Spaceship going half light speed flies by and goes at the same speed as the oncoming asteroid to mine it. Yikes. That'd be a disaster, Stone. Homework has made you miss half the streams. That's okay, Soy. Homework will eventually stop happening to you. How the fuck is that possible on a show? I don't think it is. Where'd you see it? You love mocking the idiots that come into chat. Well, I think some of it is the fact that they are not native English speakers in many cases, and so their ability to communicate is very hampered compared to a normal person. As a student of Japanese, I know all too well how bad that can be. Okay, let me go up and reference the command. I don't do the mixed replace command all that often. There we go. Replace. Okay, granite, so it would be 50% raw copper block, comma, 25% raw iron. No? Oh man, I cannot see. There we go. Nice. Okay. Where's your academic integrity? Non-existent. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty sure they flipped a UE first on the show The Ark. Oh, okay. I don't quite understand what that is, but sure. Okay, I can't help but notice that it got rid of all the granite. And I did want to maintain some of that granite. Jack, you're gonna know life, my fan server, pay attention to your catchphrase or something. Nah, I'm good. Did I do it right? Oh yeah. Now, if you're parroting Iktsoy, I get the idea. But to be fair, the server is only up for 6 months, so like, it makes sense that you would want to, you know, take advantage of it while you can. Let's do 25% granite. There we go. It maintains some of the granite now. That's better. Used to be highly interested in the alien stuff between 2015 and 2016, but then the franchise died. Yeah, that happens, El Cayman. Who pinged me? Okay, that's it. Okay, anyway. Now then, I think that pretty well makes the asteroid make sense. Now then, let's get something of a scalpel of sorts. There we go. Yeah, boy, this is it. Nice while it lasted. So what's been up lately? What do you mean, what's been up? Nothing's really been up, I don't think. Can't believe it's been 6 months. The fan server, you can't remember playing it on it 3 days before it even opened. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Sometimes stuff just, time passes, and then it comes time for something to end. And you're just like, wow, I can't believe this is the end. Like, I can remember it being the beginning just yesterday, but no, that's how life is. You either Live long enough to see yourself become the villain, or you die young. And the fan server kind of did both. I'm not going to lie. It definitely lived long enough to become the villain. And it also lived long enough to make Andrew become the villain. All jokes aside, though. All right, let's do a time warp. Where did I put the command? There it is. Perfect. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. I love how it also puts out a little bit of light. Beautiful. Simply bootyful. Let's get some regular amethyst blocks. And just sort of replace here and there. Just in a random assortment. But yes, lots of this growing, living amethyst stuff for some reason. Andrew got bored? No, Andrew got overwhelmed. That's really what happened. It's eaten into his life in ways that he didn't want to, and well, I don't blame him. It's eaten into mine as well, and it's just like, damn. I almost regret starting it, but I don't think it's quite gotten that far. I think if we'd kept it going longer than 6 months, it would definitely have ended up being, you know, ah, shit. I regret doing this, that kind of thing. So I don't know. Where will you spam Pop Bob after the server ends? You could spam Pop Bob here, Jean-Pierre. And if you're really lucky, you might be able to say Beetlejuice enough times to summon Pop Bob. Or something like that, I don't know. I'm not really sure how that'll work, but, you know. You can try. Shoot, did something happen? What do you mean, Ani? No, just in general, it's been a problem. It isn't that something happened, it's just little bits here and there. It's the thousands paper cuts type of thing. Like, it's not the sort of thing anyone wanted to have happen. It's just kind of gotten that way. I thought Andrew would grief the server once it ends. Well, no, everybody's going to grief the server once it ends. That's literally the last stream. That's what that's for. So don't worry, Chase. You'll get your chance. And yes, we will unban all the people. I've gone back on that. I changed my mind. So you'll be able to, if you were banned for theft, destruction of property, otherwise, you'll get your chance to do all that stuff again. I don't know. Still feels like you're missing anything. No, it's really not that anything's been missing. You don't understand because you're 16, Ani. Or no, sorry. I'm thinking of Ixoy, not you, Ani. My bad. But no, like you're not seeing everything that we talked about behind the scenes, because quite honestly, it's just been stressful. Running the server is just stressful. I don't know how or why I got the two of you mixed up. I'm so sorry. But anyway, no, it's just a problem that has continued. The server has been a pain in the ass. That's it. The technical side of things has never been that straightforward. It's always been a pain. And even if we kept it running and it was hosted by someone completely different, and we got a completely different set of people to run the damn thing and do the tech and adminning and all that, it would still be a pain. There is no easy way to do this. Write an essay. God, no. Fuck that. You can write the essay. Oh, shit. Does this make you feel sympathetic for Housemaster? No, it does not. House has made his bed. And while I get why he may be the way he is, that doesn't mean I approve. And I can see how it would drive him nuts, but that's his problem, not mine. As they say in the business, Housemaster issue. Hey, Darkuma, what's going on? We are making a gigantic asteroid slash sort of a geode looking thing. And the geode asteroid is a bit of a mystery. where it came from, how it formed, etc. For those of you who don't know, an asteroid out in the middle of nowhere cannot form a geode. It might be able to, like, inadvertently house a geode. But that overall, no. The idea that there's so much, like, the materials are just not right, the conditions are just not right, that sort of thing. I can't leave. Okay. He ran a server that probably ate into his life. Yes, I can most certainly affirm that's how it went. But again, that is not my problem. I feel like with Housemaster, a level of cordiality never really existed. He always had disdain for his players, especially after he lost interest in Minecraft. And he just never really got it, you know? He was the worst possible type of person, oh shit, to inadvertently stumble into an incredibly famous server like 2v2t. He probably should have gotten out way earlier and never looked back. But now he's probably strapped to 2v2t as a livelihood, and it's like, it's eaten into his happiness. You can tell. So yeah, we decided it'd be best to just cut it off while we still can. The team behind it today can inhale your dong. I hope the players give them more and more problems. Yeah. It's probably going to happen slowly but surely. I watched Vincent's video on the mutings, and, you know, he raised a lot of good points. Like, the idea of they're trying to repackage the server in such a way as to be palatable, or to a very least avoid Microsoft Jang's wrath. Like, I get it, but it sucks. It really does. I realize how it sounds, but I don't think I've met Andrew. I'm pretty sure you've seen him in the Discord. So I don't know. Okay. So from the outside, you can't really tell anything's like weird. But when you get up close, you realize, wait a minute, there's more crystalline stuff than there should be. And then you pop your head into the geode proper, and it's like, damn. I wish we had the pointed dripstone, but an amethyst version of it that would point down and grow down and become sort of like a connector. Oh, actually, speaking of pointed dripstone, can I make a few columns? I bet I can. I really wish that there was an amethyst version of this. It's just so good. Oh, baby. I say more power to the fuck? Oh. Tristan's smart enough to get a third back door. I don't think he's able to. That was something Alpha and I were talking about a while ago. That they're on an NDA sort of thing, or they're unable to do whatever shenanigans it is they were able to do a while ago. They've been reined in. Because it would scare off the customers. And that is more than enough to make them not necessarily want to backdoor the server, or something to that effect. That's what I heard. We made the logo and everything. Oh, microjang was our term. Well, I mean, you know. That's our word. You can't say that. And while I get it, you know, microjang is an excellent description of them. So no, I will keep using microjang because that's who they are. If the shoe fits, they may as well be forced to wear it. Even if it's a glass, ugly slipper that, like, cuts your heel every time you walk. Now you're really curious. Someone summoning? Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're getting at, Callum, but whatever. The things some people say really, really, like, baffles me sometimes. I mean, to be fair, I've had my moments of not proper English, not sensible sentences, like... But at the same time, it's, you know... I cannot make sense of some of the things you people have said to me. Tristan has made plugins for 2B2T up to late 2020. Damn. Yeah, then he's probably on the dole, as it were. And he's probably incapable of doing anything because it would compromise the business. And thus, you know, check Space Valk 3. Okay. Is there something I should look at? Like really bad, or is it really good? I don't get it. What am I looking at? (2B2TPE). Ah, so some dude is building Space Valk 3. Stole my thumbnail, by the way. Put his own text on it. Uh-huh. Well, isn't that cute? Oh well. It's slightly amusing. And of course it's a Spanish person, a Spanish player. But what the hell do you expect me to do about that, you know? Come on, attach. There we go. 2B2TE, yeah, I know, right? Why on earth would you do anything on that server, but whatever. It ain't my problem. I don't gotta worry about it. Oh no, you should protect your brand! And I'm like, nah. It's okay. Anyone else who wants to build a Space Valk copy can be more than welcome to do so. You too can know the suffering and problems of trying to come up with ideas on the fly. Okay, now I want to make a platform of sorts. Let's do a little bit of a platform job right here. Whoops. So yeah, let them try it. They're stealing my shit. I mean, they're trying to like copy and build it as it was, but like, good luck. There's going to be a point where, you know, you're going to start building, and then you're going to get to a point where you've got, like, no idea what you're doing anymore. Because I'm not going to help them. And besides, they're just building a copy. Like, they don't have the know-how or the expertise to make their own like I do. So, what's it matter to me? They're going to die out. Their efforts are in vain, I hate to say. Like, more power to them. They can try, but they're not going to be able to make the same stuff that I made. All they can do is, at best, copy what I made. That's the difference. So, like, yeah, have at it, try. I dare you. Waiting for the Spanish Cooperator clone to start building big planes. TM. Nice. I hope that Spanish Cooperator clone is, well-versed in aviation or whatever. Know a few players on PE? Okay. Pancho wasn't lying when he said 2BTT and stuff was popular among the Spanish YouTubers? Ah. Well, get them in here. Make them my servants, or whatever. Is that sphere of end portal block still around? I don't think I kept that. I'm pretty sure I got rid of that. Because I was like... It just looks awful. Whoops. It was fine for what it was, but like, it got really laggy, I want to say. Used to play 2BTPE. It was the first server you joined. Ah, really? Cool. Yeah, they won't have the same drive as I do. You're right, Stone. And well, that's how it is. Okay, this section is too long. Let's do a little chopper-rooney here. And this section's too long as well. The sphere was cool. Yeah, but like, if I recall, it destroyed my frame rate. Or it was very, like... It didn't need to exist. I'll make another one just for, like, kicks. GPT when the YouTube algorithm ruins a server. Exactly. Oh, I should probably be in Spectre Potato mode. End gateways. I guess end gateway. That's what you meant, right? Is that what you were after, Ani? Damn. That's so weird looking. Oh, wow. It all retracts at once. Okay, yeah, wow. A smaller sphere of this is actually pretty cool. Why is there beacons? Because end gateways do have that sort of purple beacon beam going up and down underneath it. And then obviously the particle effects. He's building it live right now. We should go rate his stream now. Hey, Get Scrolled. How are you? Bro, that's a black hole. Yeah, actually, it kind of does look like a black hole. You know what? Maybe I'll just keep that there as like... I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with that later. We'll see. Right now, I want to make a mining platform for this this asteroid / geode. Gamma radiation. Oh my god, that's amazing. You're so smart, Dark. Yes. You have an idea? Okay, make it a horizontal. Oh, make a horizontal ring around it. Oh my god, I could totally rip off Crowbar. I could make that black hole ring machine that he made, or thing that he did. Make a horizontal ring around it. Oh. What's your idea, Mike? We don't have to call it a ripoff. No, but I want to. You should have them take a sample of the black hole portal thing to have them sample it for the third lab. Okay. I mean, that's not really how black holes work. But, like, you could have it be a black hole lab. That could be cool. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we'll cut this section off right here. We could say it's an homage. Yes, good point. You know, I bet if I sweet talked Crowbar, I could get a copy of whatever it is that he set up on 2B2T. So I know what's his name. What was the name of the guy who made the 3D animation? Whatever his name is. That guy, his name escapes me at the moment. We could get his stuff. Build a CERN collider. Ooh, that's a possibility. CERN collider's a good one, Dar. I might try that. X-ray essay. That was his name. Yes. X-ray essay had to have had, you know, an actual build to reference. So, like, theoretically, I could probably do something like that, yes. I could ask Crowbar for whatever it was that he gave X-ray essay and go from there. Try to make a similar sort of, I don't know, a similar sort of thing surrounding that. It would be an interesting idea. And yeah, it could be an homage. I was thinking about that, about like they noticed it just manifested into existence and they figured out how to grab a small sample of it. That's not a bad idea. I could have a lab that specializes in black holes. That's like trying to make a black hole, or has made a black hole. Or is trying to work on black hole reactor technology. What's my Spotify playlist? It's not a playlist. It's a bunch of songs I got from DOVA-Syndrome that I'm playing in a randomized order. Okay. So if some of the songs repeat or they get kind of old, that's why. I've got to get new music, probably tomorrow. Something that's not like the same. Because I've been using this music for about a week, 2 weeks, something like that. I think it's been about 2 weeks. How about trying to weaponize the black hole? That's possible. It's a bit dark, but yeah. Yeah, that could be done. Okay, is there 27? Okay, there's an odd number. So that's 26 plus 1, so that's what, 13? So yeah, right here. Trying to put a bunch of stabilizers to sort of act as like a proper platform. Yeah, that works. Okay. How are you going to make the tail? Good question. Space Valkyrie battleship. That's some interior design. I mean, a battleship, you know. A battleship is as intense to design as, I'd say, Space Valkyrie 3. Because, I don't know, it's a different sort of outer body. Maybe. In a lot of ways, I feel like a battleship would be more difficult to properly design. You have a lot more restricted space to work within. Purple and green or red and orange glass? Is it a comet or an asteroid? This is an asteroid that turns out to be a geode. And if you know anything about geology, a geode can't form in space. It would have to have been ejected because they need intense pressure. And so it would had to have been formed on a planet and then somehow jettisoned from the planet. So it doesn't make sense why there would be an asteroid that also happens to be a beautiful amethyst geode internally. And the answer is it was an asteroid. It's not actually a geode. The amethyst itself is alive in some fashion. And so that's what's being studied up in one of those labs that I mentioned. Something like that. You do purple magenta with hints of green. For what? If it's an asteroid, then it would have a tail? Then it wouldn't have a tail. Yeah, no, it doesn't have a tail. But, yeah, something like that. Okay. Let's get some, I guess, warning lights. Sort of like caution lights, something like that. So, yeah, this is where you would land a ship. This is an elevator that's supposed to be going down. Takes you down onto this little patch right here. Move away some of the stuff. Okay. Because there's green in the copper? Yeah, that's true. It would complement that. I know you're not a child, Ani. That wasn't what I was getting at. Space Valk 3 emits so much energy that interstellar objects have been pulled in and created an orbit around them. No, I don't think Space Valk 3 would be large enough to have its own gravity. Or its own gravitational pull. I don't think it could work that way. This station's only 1 kilometer large. Like, I don't think you could have any gravity on anything below 100 kilometers. Any noticeable gravity. I could be wrong, but like, I'm pretty sure that it's just simply not big enough or massive enough. You would need way, 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 way more stuff to be able to, like, reasonably have your own orbit. CEO changed, and that's pretty much it? Yeah, no, YouTube's not changed at all. Why would it? You know, they're not going to change YouTube. They like it being as bad as it is. It makes no sense that they would actually change anything. Oh, wait, no. Let's go 6 blocks. There we go. Okay. So we got a little elevator look. Okay. So you come over here, and this is where you have the entrance to the actual thing. Also, the CEO isn't likely to... There's one of 2 scenarios that's playing out here. Either the new CEO is just sort of a space filler and won't do a thing. We'll just keep everything exactly as they are until they get someone probably a little radical. Or it will end up being someone who does a ton of things, is absolutely reviled, and then fired post-haste. And then the real CEO will be appointed. And it'll be like, oh, wow, that other guy, wow, he did such an awful job, didn't he, guys? Nod, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. And then it'll just be like, oh, but we can't reverse anything he did. No. All those changes have to stay in place, though, for everybody's safety. And then it'll be like, well, how are you really any different? And then, of course, the answer is no, he's not. That's the whole point. But what can you do? I wouldn't be surprised if it's all just a bait and switch. I am just that cynical about big companies like YouTube and stuff now. Oh, damn it. I cut off the... Well, I can maybe work with that. There we go. The tingle is gone? Not good. What do you mean the tingle is gone? He's looking to be worse with the advocacy for NFTs? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to do any NFT shilling. That doesn't sound very smart. Because even the likes of YouTube can see, NFTs are unpopular. Let's not push that yet. I think it's going to be more of a... He's just a seat filler. I actually think he's just a seat filler. Because if he were the kind to do sweeping changes and, you know, fuck everything up and then be replaced post-haste, I think we would have heard him starting to say something along those lines, you know? We would already have an ominous, you know... He wouldn't just be a crypto bro. He would be like, hey guys, man, I sure hate this such and such. Boy, sure is a good thing I'm in charge now. We can change it, everybody. And it would be an eyebrow-raising kind of like, are you sure? Like with all, like, remember how Susan put in the, what was that ad that nobody gave a shit about? And it was super forced and super, like, try hard. And it just looked bad. Because nobody gave a shit. Nobody would click on it. Nobody would give it the time of day. It was just that. And so, I think we would be getting similar vibes from this guy. He would be saying shit on Twitter he should really kind of not say anything about. And it just doesn't feel like that's what's happening. Yet. I could be wrong. This could change. But I'm pretty sure this guy is just a seat filler. He's not really the sweeping changes type. Susan Wagajak is gone? Yes, she is. But that doesn't mean anything. Wasn't Elon going to step down? But he's got to find somebody to run Twitter first. He's probably going to very soon. But the thing of it is, there isn't anyone who wants to run Twitter well. That's the worst part. There are only people who are bad actors right now. There isn't anyone who has any genuine care for how Twitter should be. And so right now, yeah, like I would, obviously Elon wants to step down. I'm sure trying to run Twitter has also eaten his life in ways he didn't anticipate. But the simple truth of the matter is, no one will take Twitter where it needs to be taken except for Elon. So that's just kind of the unfortunate nature of the beast. Nobody will advocate for your baby as well as you will. That's just all there is to it. Maybe he'll find a like-minded successor soon. All best of luck to him. Think Mr. Beast stepped up? Snowden was also trying to go for it? Okay, well, see, I could trust those guys. Mr. Beast is an all-around good guy, and Edward Snowden was really only ostracized for having to speak truth to power, which you do not do to the rich elite and to the government types. You don't do that to them. You don't speak truth to their power. You shut up and let them get away with their dastardly deeds. And it kind of got him exiled to Russia. Because if it hadn't, it would have gotten him put under some dark, dank hole that the CIA would just promptly forget about him. Very sad. But that's how it is. Yeah, that looks good. Boy, don't you just love having the most unscrupulous people imaginable in power? I mean, that's literally the reason Twitter had to be hostily taken over in the first place. It's like the most corrupt, evil people you can imagine, who also just so happen to be incredibly incompetent. Well, they were all in power. What were you going to do about it? Like, dethroning them was essential. But nobody's realistically going to take up the mantle like they should. That's just all there is to it, unfortunately. Double bacon breakfast sandwich with 2 eggs and an avocado. Ew, avocado. Toast with sweet bacon peppercorn. Oh my god, Chase. Everything but that avocado. Everything but that avocado. Okay, let's put... Smooth. Let's get some quartz pillars. You're making me hungry, and I've already had dinner. That's a feat. I'm just saying, if enough people crusade the government, something might happen. Yes, if the crusade fails, we will all be put in a level of lockdown unlike you've ever seen. If nobody does anything, then the lockdown will be so gradual, barely anyone will notice. But, like, maybe we'll get a straw that broke the camel's back kind of scenario. Maybe. In which case, people might actually do that anyway, and, well, you can't help that. But no, there just are not enough people who will crusade anything these days. People are also comfortable. There isn't anyone out there who wants to jeopardize their comfort. Elon said something like, Jack is pure of heart and didn't know some of the things that were going on Twitter. Oh my God. Jack Dorsey was either an absolute fool or the most complacent, I don't know, the most complacent nincompoop you can imagine. I think it was more a matter of they knew he would have an objection, so they kept him in the dark as much as possible. Because like when they fired/banned Trump, they did so in the dark of night while Jack Dorsey was on vacation. And they even said, hey, you know, isn't this a big enough decision that Jack Dorsey should weigh in on this? And they were like, no, don't bother him with it. No. Mood agreed. Don't bother him about it. Like, very shady shit. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? Oh. I want to put a light source here. Yeah, that works. You saw that during COVID, they would give money credits to neighbors and families to rat out rebels? Yep. And the beauty about that is that will likely never happen again. Because they overplayed their hand with that one. Yes, it was despicable, don't get me wrong. But it's the kind of thing that people will be on the lookout for. I don't think they can get away with that again. They'll try. They will most certainly try. But at a certain point, people won't go for that. It'll work when no one's looking. But after COVID and all the things we saw with COVID, I don't think they can get away with another lockdown like that. Hopefully, people will just not obey it. And they will not obey it on such a massive level that there won't be anything anyone can realistically do. Because with COVID, because we'd never experienced that before, everybody was just kind of like, oh, well, okay, I guess we can give it a try. And that was, of course, the trap. Well, I guess we can give it a try. But no one's going to give it a try like that ever again. I don't think we'll see another lockdown like that in our lifetimes. Because everybody's wise to it now. The same trick won't work twice, that kind of thing. People really underestimate the power of human ingenuity. Like the same trick won't work twice. Like there's a reason that exists. There just isn't, you know, you have to be really, 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 really experimental or really, really avant-garde with your methods of tricking people. People are surprisingly hard to fool nowadays. You've got enough people who are easy enough to fool, but like, you've also got a corrective effect going on. And I don't know that this effect has existed very long. So who knows? Don't put it past them? Yeah, exactly. They're beefing up the avian flu, so it could be used again. But I agree with you, you'll have 3 people dropping dead in front of people and get a reaction like that. Yeah, exactly. To have another lockdown, you would need people to be dying every day on a 10 to 20 times scale than what was happening under COVID. And it just isn't... unless they make, you know, Ebola, but COVID level of transmissible, but it's Ebola, or it does similar things. Yeah, okay, then you will see some really terrible shit. But not before. That's the level of crazy you're going to have to get to. Let's put another thing here. So what's just been an East Palestine train wreck? Oh yeah, I already said about that yesterday, that it was just like everybody involved is an incredibly foolish, negligent, and hopefully culpable party. Ah, damn it. Everybody's probably gonna have some sort of a cover their ass type suit at some point. But who knows precisely when or how that will all pan out. I almost got kicked out of many stores and didn't return to many. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people burned a lot of bridges during COVID. Not smart. Not smart. Okay, let's get some Old Yeller. Ooh. Which one is better? I want to make a sort of... Whoops. Oh, wait. No, the striping pattern would be... like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, baby. Hey, Ellie. What you doing, baby? Yeah, she's rubbing her foot up, her head up against my foot. Let's move this all down one. She's such a good girl. Yes, she is. She just loves me. She lubba-dubba-wubs me. And no, I will not apologize for that awful, awful pun. There we go. Trying to make a danger stripe going down the side here. I guess that's fine. Now, is this yellow or this yellow better? Let's find out. You know, that yellow is better, because isn't it like almost a neon yellow? Oh, and then obviously we got to get the blackest block in the game. Danger! Google is trying to take away unlimited storage from universities. Oh, that sucks. I don't really have a dog in that fight, but I understand. Ah, don't bite me. She nipped at my heel. Why are you doing that? I'm petting you. I thought you liked being petted. Quarantine was good for the introverts. Yeah, but not for everybody else. And unfortunately, introverts, you're in a minority. The vast majority of people are not introverted. And well, what can you do? No, no, don't bite. No bite. Bad Ellie, no bite. She's trying to take a... playfully, I think. Trying to get a little bit out of me. Oh well. RIP UMN email for life? Yeah, well. I imagine when you're well out of UMN, you won't care. Because, realistically, why would you? Like, when you're no longer a university student, you don't give a shit about your former email. Like, what's it matter? I mean, if you really want to keep that stuff for life, Ani, you should have a copy of it forwarded to another inbox every email. Hey, Envisionar. I don't even remember you. It's Nemsil. Haven't watched your live stream in like 6 or 7 months. Okay. Well, welcome back, Nemsil. I do vaguely remember you. The name sounds familiar. I can't guarantee that you're the same person I'm thinking about, but maybe. But either way, welcome back. Happy to have you. Oh. Maybe I should move this whole setup over a few blocks. I don't know, I really like it here. But then again, it does eat into this support area up under here. So actually maybe patch all this in, fix it all in, remove this platform, and then make it more over here. Something like that? I don't know. Jack, we used our Google Drives and stuff to save. Yeah, I know. We also use our email for other education-related services. And? I can't help you there, man. You're going to head to bed? Yes, I'll be streaming tomorrow on Visionaire. You take care, man. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out. But yeah, if you have it that way, man, set up an alternative email to bounce those emails to. Your drive problem, I can't help you there. You're just going to have to save stuff locally as a backup. Like, I don't know what you want, man. But when you're out of school, it's not going to matter to you. Hey, Eric, how are you? Welcome, Mr. Okapi. Just put some color blocks around the hole. Yeah, I guess I could. I mean, I guess I don't need the sides to be stairs. Or nah, fuck it. I'm just going to do this. You can just eat around it. You know, fine. Whatever. Okay. Rotate that 90 degrees. There we go. But yeah, like, there's really no solution for your problem, Ani. Like, not one that I could come up with. This is, of course, the danger tape so that you don't fall off the platform. Now, I need a giant helipad. Red concrete. Cylinder. Or no, it would be H cylinder. Hey. Stop. That is a vital cord. You can't be playing with that. Go to sleep. She was playing with my internet cord. Okay, let's do 8. Yeah, that's big enough. I don't know, I want to make it a little bit larger. Now, but without the edu domain, you won't qualify for services and stuff anymore. Ouch. Yeah, I don't know, man. Your best bet is to file an official complaint and see if they can't help remedy it with you. Give you some sort of an alternative. I don't know. Yes, my cat. She loves chewing on, messing with, and otherwise biting and breaking things. Because she's a kitty. And that's what they do best. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's an odd number. Okay. Versus an even number again. Oh, well, I guess this can't be perfectly centered, but oh well. Okay, let me make sure I've got the right style. Helipad. Oh, so they usually have a yellow circle around them. With a white H. Oh. Well, whatever. We're gonna make our own, and it's not gonna matter. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool. I'm going to make the line a little thicker, though. Thick. Okay. Bite them, Ellie. No, don't you dare. You're a good girl. She would never do that, wouldn't she? Don't listen to them, Ellie. They want you to bite my internet cable, and that will actually be very bad for her, because I'm fairly certain she would get shocked. My other cat, Stella, when she was a young kitten, I don't know, not even a year old or about a year old, somewhere in there, she chewed through a cord randomly. We didn't know it. And we still to this day don't know what cord she chewed through, but it was obviously a live cord. It didn't kill her or anything. It burned her mouth a little bit. We found her on the staircase to our upstairs, just sort of listless one day. She was just laying down. She was obviously hurt. And then she had some sort of weird gunk caking around her lips. Well, it was scabbing. Because what had happened was she chewed through a cord somewhere and she got burned from the electricity. And we took her to the vet, found out that that's what she had done, still couldn't find what had happened, where she bit. And she just, she got a little bit of an antibiotic to keep the mouth wound from, getting infected. And then over time she recovered. It was painful for her to eat, you could tell, because she had burns in her mouth. Probably on her tongue, too. And it was just a not pleasant scenario. And so to this day, we still don't know where she chewed. But that any cat from this point on, I've been very kind of vigilant about preventing them from doing that. Chewing a cable or a cord somewhere we are not aware of, and then getting a nasty shock. And you better believe my internet cable is a live wire. You don't want that being put in your mouth, let alone, wherever else. Animals are dumb. They don't know that. You can't eat or chew things that are electrically active. But sadly, that's just how it is. Thankfully, we didn't get that one scene from Lampoon's Vacation. Christmas Vacation, where the cat gets under the old man's chair and then chomps on a cord and the whole house lights up over and over after the cat is found in a frayed smoking pile at wherever it was, I forget. But I always felt bad for that cat, even though it was a little demon cat. Stuff like that. Helipad with space for only one chopper? Yeah. But it's not really that big of a deal. And it's not really a chopper. It would have to be an interspace, a ship that could go from there to there. Almost like a puddle jumper or a short-range shuttle, something like that. Needs a long tether or a small ship. Maybe. I don't know. Keep your wires nice, hidden, and safe. Yes, exactly. Cats do not know any better. Sad to say. Natural selection started with animals. Well, natural selection's only concerned with animals being barely good enough to survive and pass on their genes. Natural selection doesn't care about anything else. Natural selection, despite what you might think, does not select for intelligence. Natural selection selects for the ability to pass on your DNA. And so if you're good at it, then great. And if intelligence happens to be an effective means of doing that, then great. But if not, that's why all the dumb animals in the world are not yet extinct. Because it doesn't matter. We put far too much emphasis on intelligence. And in the world of humans, yeah, that's important. But in the world as a whole, in the universe, it's not actually that important. If it were, we would see intelligence everywhere. But no, actually, intelligence is a huge detriment in some cases. Maintaining a body with higher intelligence takes more energy. it's more cost effective to dump that energy and those survival traits into other things. We got lucky because we tamed fire, or our ancestors did. Intelligence would probably come with natural selection as it probably did with people. Yeah, but, or wait, I may have misread what you just said. Intelligence would probably come with natural selection as it probably did with people. No. No, that's not how intelligence evolved. Intelligence evolved because we learned how to cook. Literally, unironically, that's how intelligence evolved. Because ancient monkey ancestor learned how to use fire in such a way that it could unlock the nutrition within meat. And that's exactly why we have intelligence today. It has very little to do with, well, that's superior. Yeah, it's superior, but it's the energy demands of an intelligence that's the real crux of the issue. Okay, send this off this way. Because see, one of the biggest issues with intelligence is brain density and brain size. Well, if you are any species with a large enough complex brain like humans, well, what's the biggest problem that humans face? Well, pregnancy is far riskier because you got to fit that giant head out of the woman's, birth canal. Well, that right there becomes a huge risk for pregnancy. Why do you think pregnancy has so much complication to it? That's the first problem. The second problem is energy. You cannot have your baby be fully developed. The baby has to come out like 80% done and then develop in the real world the rest of the way. And so you have babies that are completely vulnerable. And you have to be very, very vigilant at keeping them alive because they're not going to otherwise. And so no, intelligence from a natural selective perspective is actually really fucking risky and actually not that efficient overall. It's literally only because we figured out how to make fire our bitch. That's about it. So if another animal gets that good and becomes a social species, maybe. But right now, we're not seeing that. So maybe there are other conditions on other worlds elsewhere that could give rise to it. But as for now, no. We have no reason to assume otherwise. We have reason to dream otherwise, but not to assume otherwise. Just cooking and fire in general? Not just cooking fire in general? Wait a minute. I've lost most of the chat conversation. Kill the cord for hurting the cat. No. You once had 2 mouse cords chewed? Oh, damn. Second mouse lasted 18 hours. Fuck. That's unfortunate. Why? Who do we nominate for the 2BGT Darwin Awards? Probably a bunch of people who've said and done dumb things like Polly the Parrot and other people. This is why so many people are dumb as fuck? Yes, exactly, Dark. Intelligence doesn't really come with natural selection. Little event for the community. We're looking for intelligent life on other planets, still trying to find, life on Earth. Well, not really. We learned how to cook because of intelligence? No. No, we did not learn how to cook because of intelligence. That is not how that started. We learned to cook because we figured out we could tame fire, because cooked food has a greater nutritional value. But all animals instinctively know cooked food has a greater nutritional value. That's why your cat or your dog prefers human food over just dog food or whatever garbage you end up having to feed them. And, it's just, it's unavoidable, but it is what it is. Like, that's why. every animal can sense and understand that it takes less energy to digest already cooked food, and its nutritional value has already been greatly enhanced. This is also incidentally why the Liver King was a fraud. And he was an obvious fucking fraud. And that I guess just nobody really knew to call him on his bluff until he inadvertently outed himself. Because raw food is worse for you. Cooked food will always be better for you. Always. It's understandable that some foods lose complex compounds when they're cooked, because cooking destroys and breaks down some things. That's fair. And if you're looking for those complex compounds because they're not necessarily native to your diet, but they're beneficial. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But that the vast majority of food is better for having been cooked. And anyone could see for, with little effort, that people like Liver King are only really they're just milking whatever their shtick is for money. Like, it's painfully obvious in hindsight. But yeah, that's how you know. Like, you want your food to be as cooked as possible, within reason. Okay, so I think I got a nice little starter. Oh wait, shit. Like secure platform anchored into the Amethyst. This works pretty well. Not gonna lie. I think you read an essay back in the day on how the dude from Curious George should be charged with abuse he shouldn't be, because it's a fucking fictional children's story. Like, come on. Do you also believe in Harry Potter magic? Because, like, that ain't real either. Like, people have just lost sight of how things are supposed to be. Fictional things are not supposed to be taken seriously, because it's fiction. People have gone mad, I tell you. Can we teach Curious George how to make fire? You would need to teach chimpanzees for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to be able to get them to that point. Because that's the thing about fire and learning to cook that our ancestors developed. It was not a one and done thing. Fire was discovered and rediscovered probably thousands of times over the course of several millennia before ancient human precursor animals really, really got it. You know what I mean? So no, actually, if you wanted to teach chimpanzees how to cook and how to harness fire, you would have to do it for a very, very long time. And I mean centuries. Long time. Because if not, it would die after 1 or 2 generations. The skill would die out. Because there's no evolutionary advantage beyond simply you've greater nutritional benefits. Like, you would need to have it be something that you can routinely teach to the little ones and get them used to doing it. And then you could move on up to the bigger chimps, and then maybe over time that would be enough. And again, it would take centuries. But I suppose theoretically you could. You could teach chimpanzees how to cook food. And that might do it. Man with the yellow hat, Ted Shackelford, according to the first movie. Okay. I don't think the man with the yellow hat meant any harm. And again, it's a kid's movie. Or it's a kid's series. But sure, whatever. People are willing to go well overboard on some things, it seems. Also, when you said Shackleford, the first place my mind went was Rusty Shackleford. Fucking love that show. Anyway. Oh, hey, Captain Hardhat. Welcome. Next stream is the last Space Valk? No, 3 more. We got 3 more Space Valk 3 streams. This is 197. So the one after that will be 198. Then 199. And then the following Monday. Yeah, last week will be the last full week of Space Valk 3. And then a week from this coming Monday, will be the last Space Valk 3 stream for about a month. Maybe 2 months. I don't know, I might push it back even longer. We'll see. It depends on how hard I get into Terraria. If I get really, really deep into Terraria, I'll postpone it. And that's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. I can wait. I'm a patient man. I want to give myself some time to really, really, like, relax. 3 more streams, then we're ending on 200 for a while. Probably about 2 months. I'm thinking it'll be about 2 months. And then from there, sky's the limit. Once I get done and I've got Terraria out of my system, we'll probably be doing more Space Valk 3 until it's finished. So yeah, something like that. It's just a break. It's not permanent. Don't worry. And then hopefully I'll be able to really bust some moves and get Space Valk 3 really, really, really well done. Right? Yes. Okay. I'm kind of satisfied with this place. If I decide to come back and do more to it, you know, I will. But anyway, so this is the asteroid with the Amethyst that's probably sentient, but we'll see. And so that's about the end of this prop, set piece, whatever. Been here for about a year now. Yeah, wow. Has been. Damn. Time really flies, doesn't it, Ani? Okay. So we got that. What was the, let me... There it is. Let me find... Okay. Let's go ahead and decide what I want to do for these levels. How can it be a helipad with helicopters that can't fly in space? Yeah, good point, Chase. Maybe instead of H for a helipad, it's just a shuttle. But like the universal symbol for pad you can land on is an H with a red circle around it, so we'll just go with that. I know it's not really a helipad, but whatever. We'll just... Don't worry about it. Short-range shuttle. Okay. Dupe station. Alright, universe and duplication lab. Squick. Okay. And then we'll do, for this one, something lab. What would be a good one for this one? Black hole, yeah, black hole studies. No, I can't put it. I can't put an S on the end. Okay, black hole study lab. Squick. Why the fuck am I saying that? What is wrong with me? But yeah, but you know what happened to the space shuttles. RIP space shuttles. Oh yeah, they retired a bunch of them. Well, to be fair, SpaceX is like kicking their ass, so maybe retiring them isn't such a bad thing. I wonder if the shuttle will be a space shuttle. No, it will not be. Quarantine? Okay, yeah. We'll do this one as quarantine. Koran! Ified lab. Whoa. They study the Quran and were quarantined. Yeah. Okay. And then this is the last big laboratory space. So something lab. Labradoodle lab. Shuttle died because it was $2 billion per launch. Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't worth it, obviously. But also, SpaceX was going to kick their ass over time anyway, so it didn't matter. Rip the Buran shuttles. They only had one launch in '88 before its hangar collapsed and destroyed in 2002. Damn. Oh well. It's a part of history now. Like, that's just how it is. Better things come along and trump the worse, older stuff. Obsolescence is what it is. Rocket engineering. No, I don't think this is the kind of space for engineering labs. For, like, a rocket, kind of. It doesn't feel right. Oh, man. Oof. Damn. Another monster yawn. No, I don't know that rocket is, like, right. What's another sort of scientific thing that you could reasonably do out here? Gravity experiments. That's not bad, Chase. Maybe something to the effect of Virus Z-Lab. No, I don't really want a zombie thing. Or wait. That gives me an interesting idea, Captain. Okay. Maybe not a virus lab. Maybe the opposite. Undead properties. Undead properties and study. Damn it. Study lab. There we go. So this lab will study the properties of undead, specifically the reversal of the zombification, as well as skeletons, zombies, their variants, things of that nature. And then this area back here should probably just be regular offices. Clerical stuff, offices, things of that nature. Because you can't really have a lab without having a clerical space to go with it. Because you need to have, some sort of a financial understanding of what the labs are costing and where things are going and so forth. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then I should probably also put, like, a nameplate for every lab just to give an overview of what that lab's responsibilities are. So, like, maybe right here. Yeah. Maybe put it in netherite? Oh, I love that sound so much. Or, well, no, that's going to be in the way. Okay. Enchanted golden apples properties and study lab. Okay. I don't know. I kind of want them to be attached somewhere. Let's put some of this up. Just give me room. Study of the Ender Pearl. That's not bad. That could probably be also related to the black hole thing. Singularity and teleportation stuff. Jacktherippa theory research. Ooh. Not bad. Let's just put these right there. Meow. Yeah, I heard you. I heard you cough. I'm making fun of her. How could I? I'm so cruel. Any common piece of lab equipment? Bepsploit investigation. What's my favorite lab tool? I'm really actually quite partial to the graduated cylinder. As weird as that may sound, as common as it may be. I just like the idea of there being a very, you know, ordinary piece of equipment that gets you a rather accurate idea of what you're dealing with. Volumetrically. Okay, so this is the Amethyst I didn't have enough room. Amethyst entity. Can I put entity up here? Yes. Amethyst Entity Investigation Lab. The Bepsploit Lab. Oh, whoops. There we go. I love how you're always bringing stuff up like that, Universin. How about one can be the study of the fourth dimension? No, I think we kind of hit as much as I wanted to. These are the topics of interest. There's duplication, which is obviously valuable for anywhere. There's black holes and teleportation, which actually I may rename real fast. Black hole and teleportatione labs. Oop. Okay. So that's things like ender pearls, end gateways, black holes, things of that nature. Very strange and esoteric. Okay. This needs a more complex name. Something more thorough. Duplication and material... What? Duplication and materials research lab. Perfect. It's all sciencey and proper sounding. I like it. Oh, very based. Okay. Meow. Yeah, I hear you. I know you exist. Top level is the central pillar? A bit too early, maybe military HQ room. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Actually, I was going to make the top level operations. So, like, I could totally do that. I don't want to have any sort of military stuff, though. I'm not really into that. Coral entity properties and investigations lab. You know, actually, I haven't done anything up in the central pillar in ages. Maybe I should. Oh, and then this is decontamination and personnel lockers. Telepods, maybe. Cat cam win. That would be way too troublesome to do. Hero Brian research. No, we're not researching stuff that doesn't exist. We research and do laboratory stuff that's real. Stuff that can be tangibly felt and understood. And hopefully replicated over time. Angry Birds tell... You people. You guys come up with the weirdest, strangest things. Okay, so we're actually not going to be calling it that. That was just a joke. I'm probably going to put up a bunch of partitions that just says that it's under quarantine. And you won't be able to really peek in here. But in actuality, this lab would have been. Floaty, bouncy ender pearls. Maybe the top level of the central. No. Study of Enderman teleportation. That would go in the teleportation lab. Study the Housemaster skull and why it's so light. Study of the fourth dimension. That's interesting. I don't know. There is no fourth dimension in Minecraft, though. Study of the brain after 10 years of playing 2B2T. You're going to bed. Take care, Darkuma. Thanks for coming out, man. This lab, even though it will be quarantined, should probably be something to the effect of tick warping is fourth dimension, really? I guess. I don't know. That feels wrong to me. Fire? Cooking? Block state? Hush. Oh, Block state lab. Yeah. Okay. It's ambiguous enough you won't really know what that entails. But interesting enough that, yeah, you might actually find there would be a lab on this. Okay. Block state. Oh, wait. Block state investigations lab. Ow. Shut up. Wait 10 minutes. I'll let you out then. Silly kitty. She thinks I'm gonna jump to it the moment she cries. Undead properties lab, yeah. I know you exist. I'm getting there. I'm doing it. My legs are frozen. They're destroyed. I can't get up yet. There we go. Undead properties. And then this is just offices up here. Personal offices. Because maybe this is a this is not a lab space owned by one company or one outfit. There are multiple outlets here for different labs that are all run by different organizations. So not every lab is under the same. They're all under the same umbrella, the same facility, or the same building rather, but they're not owned by the same people, so to speak. So yeah, different labs are doing different things because it just doesn't matter. X plus 2, X plus 3, Schadenfreude Demo Man. What on earth? Killbind. Godpig exploit. Ooh, exploit investigations would be an interesting meta call. That would be a very meta way to do it. Block state investigations. Oh, and let me also get red dye. Where is it? There it is. Quarantined. I did not spell that right. Okay, I hear you. There we go. Danger, quarantine. Danger, this space under. Oh, I know. Hold on, let me let the whiny one out. Now then. Yeah, it would be... this is an old one. An old type of ASCII art we used to use. Danger! And then... like that. I love that. It's so cool. Let me copy that line here. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Killa back in Nam? What do you mean? Back in Nam, we had mini labs like this. Oh, I see what you mean. My cat is very talkative. Yeah, she gets very demanding if I don't do whatever it is she's wanting me to do right away. And usually that's let her out or let her in, but not always. Sometimes if it's food time, she's really demanding, you know, pop that can open right now, human. That kind of thing. She is an impatient one, that is for sure. God save the queen, sniper farts second. Okay. We need a suit because we would expand the blobfish and... Oh. No. You wouldn't expand. It just... You would pass out very quickly. You do need a suit, but for different reasons. Okay. The last thing I want to do is put some levels... Just to, just as a sort of bit of a signage. Level 1, level 2, level so on and so forth. Level 1. And then I'll put it out on all of this so that you can see as you go up what level you're on. And so starting here is level 2. Boink, boink. Although actually maybe... Well, no, I guess that's fine. Glow Squid Lab. They're the closest thing you have to an alien. Not really. No, I'm more trying to make sort of meta kind of labs. Meaning they are almost like self-references, or they're references to other things. Level 3. So for example, there's an ongoing sort of idea that there's that amethyst thing that's growing and living out there, that amethyst cluster in that asteroid out there. And so this lab deals with that. Well, that's a sort of meta-narrative running around on Space Valk 3 that I've started to establish. So, like, that's one thing. And then this lab deals with the coral creatures, the coral entity. And so there's this coral entity, a bunch of different species of them, different colors. And again, that's a meta-narrative that's just kind of hanging out there. The rest of these, for example... the golden apple one, that's also a meta-narrative of you have this weird enchanted apple nobody can really explain, and we want to try to make more. Duplication, well, that's a reference to, you know, on Anarchy servers and places like that, duplicating items is incredibly valuable. Things of that nature. This is black holes and teleportation. That's obviously a meta-narrative. This is under quarantine. Well, why would you quarantine anything in Minecraft? It's just a game. Well, it's because there's a meta-narrative going on. Undead properties, turning living things back into undead and undead into living things, that kind of thing. And then these are just offices. So really, like, studying an alien is fine, but I think having a real live alien to study is not as interesting as having artifacts to study. Because the actual living alien, well, that kind of takes the mystery out of it. You know what you have. You know it's an alien. Whereas, if you're dealing with, you know, junk left behind by said alien, well, then suddenly you've got a much greater... You've got more there. There's a deeper something or another going on in the background. That's more interesting. For example, there was an end city here a long time ago. We bulldozed that end city to be able to make Space Valk 3. And there was an enchanted golden apple inside one of the chests there. Well, who left that there? And why? And how did they make it? Because enchanted golden apples cannot be created any longer. And so that's something of a, a reference to how in Minecraft, that's something off limits. Level 6. Let's get this. There we go. So yeah, stuff like that is more interesting, I feel. They'd have skeeters out there that flip your tags to see your blood type. Okay. What about harming arrows? That's more weapons related. Maybe if I do a weapons lab, I'll probably include that. But for now, this is more for the scientific endeavors, not really... no tools of war, hopefully, are being made here. This is more investigating the world around us and figuring out how and why it works. 8, and this is level 9. Okay. Back in Nam, we had cactus mutations on trees ready to strike out Okay, whatever. Whatever, Ani. I'm sure. Back in Nam, we met DB Cooper, who had just skyjacked a plane. Cool. I guess. I don't know. In the jungle. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Now that song is playing for free in your head. Okay. So we've gotten this much. I guess that's everything, pretty much. Pop told me that last one, funniest shit you ever heard. Oh, the DB Cooper thing. I guess that would be amusing to run into, yeah. Okay. Well, at any rate, guys, I think that will do it for the evening. I'm kind of getting there, It's gonna take time, but I think we'll... Oh, the blood type mosquito thing. Oh, okay, I get it now. Intercrystal regenerative properties. Nah. Put a donkey in the duplication lab. Yes, that would be great. Let me go ahead and put a donkey in there just as a reminder. Because the donkey dupe was a huge, huge part of 2B2T. Okay. Donkey dupe ref. There we go. So yeah, we'll worry about all this stuff later. Thank you all so much for coming out and giving me a moment of your time. I appreciate it all. If you would, please leave a like and a comment and all that other stuff, and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter and Discord and all those other socials. They're all linked down below. And I appreciate all the moments of support and ideas and stuff that y'all are giving me. The well is running dry. Oh my god, I'm so looking forward to that break. I can't even begin to explain just how much I need that break. Whew. But at any rate, guys, y'all have a good evening. I will catch you all tomorrow for hardcore. We'll have to just sort of start from... Yeah, a week ago. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. Take care, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Bye.